Okay, okay, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Kingdom citizens all over the world, welcome to a very special edition of the King Joe Show. Because today, yes, today, we're not just going live, we're going legendary. As Shadur Sandy said, we're going legendary, baby. Over 1 million views in just 90 days. That's not luck, that's legacy. That's late nights, divine favor. And y'all showing up with me, video after video, post after post, and on Cinco de Mayo too. Oh yeah, this is a celebration with an extra bit of flavor. You know what I'm saying? And you know how we do, from political commentary to sports to drama to gospel truth and studio heat, technology. We've been building brick by brick, and today I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Whether you share the reel, drop the comment, or just watch in silence, you're a part of this. So grab your tacos and raise your glasses, and let's talk about how we hit 1 million, what I've learned, and why we're just getting started. You know what it is. It's the King Joe Show. Let's go!
Took some overtime to get the time right. Had to lose a little mind to get my mind right. Finally realized, but in hindsight, you wanted the limelight. Me priority never once. You kept close but never really wasn't. I accept your lack of focus, agree with all your choices. Needed you to need me, needed you to see. Until I found the right direction, I think my reflection would agree. Had to find a me in me.
The Shore Sport by King David Jordan.
Okay. How's everybody doing? This is your boy King Joe, King David Jordan. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. It is definitely an honor to be here back with you live. And man, we got a different show for y'all today. We're gonna have a great day, a great time. We got a very, very good different show for you guys today that we're celebrating. That's right. We're celebrating that. You see that 1 million. 1 million last 90 days. We're celebrating that, man. And I want to kind of give you an idea, how we got here, what we did to get there, what it was like, where did we start, what the money looked like, what we went through to get it. We're going to go through all that. And also we'll be celebrating, a great holiday also, Cinco de Mayo. So it's going to be a fantastic show. Thank you. If you don't mind, please, do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe, hit the follow. If you're on X, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Thank you guys. It's so back. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad you're back. Man, we got so much to talk about. But today, this evening, it's a celebration. And I want to say thank you to every person, to every single person. It's definitely a celebration. Definitely a celebration. Now, before we get to the numbers and everything, what you see down here, because people be like, "Oh, you lying? You ain't do that." No, we got to receive. We got to see. But before we go to the numbers, let's talk about what's really going on. Now, quick, let's talk about Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo, contrary to what some folks think, it's not about Mexican independence. It's not about Mexican Independence Day. It's a day that honors Mexico's victory over the French at the Battle of Puebla in 1862. Right? A small, less equipped Mexican army stood up to a major world power and said, "Not today. Not today. We fight for our land, our people, and our dignity." And that's what they did. And they stood up and they won. Now, why does that matter today? What does that have to do with the King Joe Show? Well, Because this 1 million view celebration is really about the same energy. You may be small in the world's eyes, but when you walk in your purpose and you fight with your heart, God will let you win battles you weren't supposed to survive. This ain't just about content. It's about resilience, consistency, and vision. Just like those brave soldiers in Pueblo, we held our ground. And now we're celebrating with flavor, with culture, and more than anything, we're celebrating with gratitude. This ain't, So while others popping bottles for Cinco de Mayo, we're toasting, and I know we're toasting with a purpose. Y'all know I don't drink, so we're toasting with purpose, passion, and a platform that's reaching kingdom citizens around the world. Salute, Victoria, familia. Salute to everyone. Y'all know my Spanish is horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's getting better, but it's horrible. But salute to everyone, and we've made history today. And I know you guys are talking about, man, 1 million, like he's celebrating 1 million over that period of time. I know people, I'm not Mr. Beast, not yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Mr. Beast. I'm not Marquise Brownlee, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not. I was gonna say Shannon Sharp, but nobody don't want to use it. I don't want to use Shannon Sharp right now. That's an example for anything. You know what I'm saying? But we're not Shannon Sharp. And because y'all know I'm a Bible man, I'm a Christian. It's about hi, hello there. He said, King Joe, where you been? I'm here. You know I got that Kayla Clark talking about too. 1 million views. Happy 1 million. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that so much. That's love. But we went through a lot to get to this situation. And really, if we really was to really crunch the numbers over all of my social media platforms, we're really at about close to 2 million if we count all the social media. This is just my Facebook numbers within the last 90 days. Our goal for the year is 10 million of our social media platform. Because if you look at what we talk about on this social media, we are diverse in the things that we speak of. We're passionate about the things that we speak of. And truthfully, there's some things, that I've learned amongst the way. And some tips that I want to show. I'm not going to make this video very long, but there are about 5 tips I want to share with you guys. And also some things that I've learned amongst the way. And if you want to write these down, these are things that help me to grow and helping me to still grow. And as we go today, we still grow. And these are the things. And I'm going to break down each one and talk about each one. Point 1 is consistency over perfection. You got to show up. You got to show up. You got to show up. Even when you don't feel like it. Or you feel ready. If you don't feel ready, a lot of people hesitate, but you got to be consistent and you got to show up. And that's even something that I battle here, just like hello there, say, man, where you been? I deal with consistency, and I think the more I start posting, the more I became consistent in posting. That's when the numbers ran. And it's consistency over perfection, because a lot of people, because I am a perfectionist, a lot of times I stop doing what I'm supposed to do because it ain't quite the way I want it. Even the back here, like my new background and everything, it's not done yet. Y'all see, I only got 1 chair. I got 2. It's not done, but I still want to come perfect. We're going to add our wall and everything and the lights and everything. It's not done yet, but guess what? Consistency over perfection. Go out and do it anyway. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not. But just have trust and faith that in yourself and your God-given ability. First, trust God, but then also trust your God-given ability that you can make those things happen. So consistency over perfection. Go do it. Stop waiting to be perfect. We're never going to be perfect. even I've worked in broadcast, and it's never, even when we had our best shows, the best shows that we had in broadcast, it never was perfect. We still have issues and things that we missed out on. Let's go to the second trend. The second trend, ride the trends. Second point is ride the trends, but stay you. You know, you want to blend relevance with originality, right? And what I really, I am glad about the growth in this is I stayed true to who I was. Even if I talked about something trendy, or even if I talked about something that was a current event, I still talked about it from a lens of my belief, my upbringing, my moral values, who I am. I talked about the trends, but I stayed true to who I was. And that's not easy. It's definitely not easy. Because, and we talked about this last show when we was talking about Shadur Sanders. A lot of times when you step out and you be truly who you are unapologetically, we always talk about being unapologetically ourselves. A lot of times when you step out and you be truly who you are, a lot of times you're going to get scrutiny. And you got to be willing to take the scrutiny. Because you got to be willing to take it. And I need a salute to that. This is my salute. I know Taco Bell is not authentic. I know it's tit smell. It's not authentic. Yo, but we doing what we doing today, okay? Take the top off. Salute to that. Yeah. I know somebody coming. Taco Bell's not authentic Mexican. I know. It's tit smell. I got you. But stay you. Be true to who you are. Blend relevance with originality. Don't even if you say something to somebody else or you talk about a topic that someone else, try to find the creative process or try to find creativity to say it in a way, even if you agree with what's been said or even if you disagree with it, try to be creative in how you say it. Try to bring out points that nobody else, you haven't heard a lot of people do. That's what I try to do. I try to bring out points that not a lot of people else bring out. Or I try to be one of the first ones to point out these points. And normally other people come out and be like, you know what? He make a lot of sense. But you're going to have those people that be like, hey, that's trash. We don't like you. All that stuff happens. But you got to stay true to you. Ride the trends, but stay true to you. We're going to talk about that a little bit later too, about people hating. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Point 3, engage with emotions. Humor, outrage, celebration. Just like celebration, humor, outrage, all those things. Engage with emotion. That's right. Make sure, I always tell people when you're listening to a King Joe show, you're going to look at 2 to 3 things. You're going to get informed, you're going to get educated, you're going to get entertained. We're going to try to inform you, we're going to try to educate you, we're going to try to entertain you. I know education and informing is similar, but those are 3 things that you're going to do. You're going to get entertained. And we're going to have a conversation. And understand that, hey, it may get a little bit tense sometimes. It may get a little it may get a little rough sometimes. People will get emotional. And you know, a lot of times we try to diss people that get him. Oh, he's emotional. Oh, look at him, he's emotional. But we have to understand that just means you're soulful. Because when you're soulful, your soul consists of what? The mind, the will, and your emotions. And these aspects are actually often seen as intertwined. And it influence a person's character. So I try to say, hey, you're going to have to deal and engage with emotion. Either it's going to be humor, outrage, celebrations. You're going to have to deal with that. And then also, you're going to have to display that wherever fits the message that you're trying to portray at that time. You know, with the big news is about the father who went through and killed the sheriff deputy after his son was killed by a police officer during a car theft and high-speed chase. They said that the son had a gun, and the sheriff killed him, shot him 4 times and killed him. Then the father the next day, in a rage, killed a deputy that was directing traffic. And you should see when we posted about it. And this is the thing, too. I kept it neutral. I didn't give my opinions on that because I'm saving that for the video, right? I didn't really give my opinions. But when you post about it, you will see the different parts of emotions, the outrage. And then you had some trollers that was making some jokes. So you got to be willing to deal with and engage with the emotion, especially if you're doing topics, sports, you know, politics. You have to definitely deal with it then, without a doubt. Let's go, keep going. Repurpose your content. One video, make a lot of reels, shorts, stills, quotes. Repurpose it. Now, I really don't like repurposing. I like giving new, fresh things, but I'm learning more to repurpose now because the algorithm catches the repurposes. So make sure you repurpose the content. You put out a long form video, cut it up, chop it up. Not everybody has an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours to listen to what you say. So come back and make it a shorter video like this one. I'm probably going to repurpose a couple of pieces of this video here. So repurpose it. Use your content like I like to use the analogy of a big dinner, Thanksgiving dinner. As you cook that big Thanksgiving dinner, what they repurpose it for meals for the next 2-3 days. You know, you have turkey sandwiches, or now we're having fish sandwiches, a chicken sandwich, or we make the chicken, the turkey salad or chicken salad, or, you know, it's repurposed, you know, to do something. So the same thing with content. When you make something and repurpose it, that helps you to get more views and get your numbers up also. All right. And last but not least, this is the last tip. Then we're going to get to what I've learned. Last but not least, and this is going to be a part of what I've learned too. Talk to your tribe. And shout out to my wife. And this is going to be a part of what I learned. Talk to your tribe. Build with your audience, not at them. I want you guys to be a part of what we're talking about. I want you guys to be a part of the show. I want you guys to see and to celebrate it and have those conversations, and to have those hard conversations and those fun conversations and those I want to hear your opinions and interact with them. I want you to be a part of the show. So build with your audience, not at them. It's about you guys. What do you love to see? What do you love to hear to talk about? I talk about Caitlin Clark a lot because I like Caitlin Clark, but then also my audience loves Caitlin Clark. I built a tribe around that. And my wife told me this week, she said, King, she said, your community, you have a community, bro. Speak to your community. She said, speak to your community. And they're waiting to hear from you. They're waiting to engage with each other. And you're, a lot of times when you go live and you do these things and you purpose this, you're the congruent to be able for them to be able to talk to each other. You're the centerpiece. You're the Wi-Fi for them to communicate with each other a lot of times. And what has happened is a lot of times my community that comes in, when you have Dave, you have her, you have different ones, Tim, you have different ones that come in to the community. They're communicating. They become friends and cool with each other. Like, yeah, we've been waiting. Man, did you see what happened? Just to have that community, and that builds your numbers also. Build with your audience. Talk to your tribe. Talk to the people that relate to you. Talk to the people that's with you. And these are just 5 tips that I think could help you grow your numbers. It helped me. So I'm going to test them on these up. Now, what have I learned? Now, this is the funny thing. Now, this is what we're going to get into real quick. I'm trying not to make this video 30 minutes, but we might go a little long. This is what I learned. People support authenticity more than polish. As y'all know, I mess up words all the time. You know, when I'm producing the show, when it's just me and he is not helping me produce the show, when I'm producing the show, I make a lot of mistakes. I stutter. I have, I've been working on my speech. I stutter. I say words wrong. I'm not the greatest orator. But one thing people say is he's authentic. That's King. You said, I had somebody the other day be like, man, that's King. That's just him. That's who he is. He's always been like that. You don't have to guess. You don't have to, when does he put on the mask or if he's acting fake. No, it's no fakeness. It's really me. It's what I do. And people see when you are authentically yourself and when you're not and when you're fake. When you're really being you or when you're copying someone. When you hear me talk, I talk about things that I love. I love sports. First of all, I love God. I love God. I love music. I love sports. I love technology. I like politics. I don't love politics, but I like politics. But more than anything, I love people. And I love the conversation, the back and forth, the throwing and pushing around ideas. I love that. It's passion. Thank you guys for watching the King Joe Show. Listen, we may come back to, y'all know Mondays is normally my off day. I don't really go live, and I'm just doing this because I'm celebrating today. No, Monday is normally my off day, but we're going live to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, and then also the fact that we reached 1 million views. Was it 1.7 overall social media in 96 February? Phew, that's crazy. That's a blessing. But people support authenticity, even the ones that don't like you. Even the ones that don't like you, they support it. Or they listen to it. And it's crazy because I have a lot of people that be like, I don't like it. I can't stand it, but they cannot take their eyes away from my screen. I asked the brother the other day, I was like, man, if you feel that way, if you really feel that way about me, why are you even on my platform? He gave me his reason. It was just like, man, you believe in this, and we do have some things that we kind of agree in. So I just want to give my. And I'll be like, man, I appreciate it. I'm glad you stopped by. I'm glad you stopped by. And then another thing happens is if the algorithm favors value. If people watch it, the platform will push it. If people are clicking on it, if people are looking at it, they're pushing. And this is what you have to do. And I know we're celebrating 1 million because that's a big number, right? But what you really can't watch the numbers. Like right now, I don't have a whole lot of numbers live. But my replay is crazy. And then when you look at my watch time hours, it's crazy. And the algorithm favors that. And each algorithm is different. Facebook algorithm is different than YouTube. YouTube's algorithm is different than X. X's algorithm is different than TikTok. I hadn't got on Snapchat yet. We come Snap. They just told me last night. But all these things, the algorithm favors value. So if you put out content that people like and they like to watch, and they sit here and they stay with you and they watch with you, even if it's only 4, 5, 6, 7, don't despise small beginnings. Don't despise, if I got 3 people watching, I'm giving the same energy if I have 300 people or 3,000 people watching. I'm giving you that same energy. Because I appreciate and value each and every person that watches it, and I want to supply value to their lives, and I appreciate the time that they spend with me. I don't take it lightly. Time is value. So the algorithm favors value. If they watch it, the platform will push it. The next thing I learned during this journey, because y'all know I've only been on this since, what was this time last year? This time last year. It's only been a year. It ain't even been a whole year yet. God could take your small beginnings and turn them into an overflow. Let me say that again. I want to encourage you today. If you're trying this and you be like, God almighty, I only got, like right now, I only have a few viewers. I only got a few viewers. Oh man, I look at the numbers for the month. It ain't nothing but, there were times, man, I was getting 5 viewers after the replay, 10 viewers after the replays. But God can take something small. Remember when Jesus had the 5 fishes and 2 loaves of bread? That's what I said. 5 fishes and 2 loaves of bread. I got a song called that, right? When he took the 5 fishes and 2 loaves of bread, guess what? He made it where he could feed a multitude. Those small numbers, the small numbers that started with me, the Steves, the Herds, all the guys that started with me, Tim's, the people that started with me. Those small numbers started to get together and they started to multiply and they became a community. If you're faithful and you're consistent and you keep doing it and you engage with emotion and repurpose your content and talk to your tribe, guess what? It'll grow. Because the word of mouth again, you need to hear that dude King, man. King be making a lot of sense. And he's funny and he'll make you mad sometimes. And you're gonna hear some good music. All this, man, he crazy, but hey, that King is dope. He could take small beginnings and turn them into overflow. I'm a witness of that. God has taken my humble and small beginnings, because this still is a beginning to me. Right? This is the beginning of this situation that I'm in. Like this is really maybe part 3 of the success. Like I said, I want to do 10 million views this year. I know y'all's like, that's a crazy number, King, but we had 2 and we had what? We sit at the second quarter, the beginning of the second quarter. So we got a shot. And we grew what is it? Was it 200% in the last 90 days? Yeah, 200% in the last 90 days is wild. That's wild numbers. Make it bigger so you guys can see. So 201% in the last 90 days. The previous 90 days we did 333,000. That's about 111,000 a month. Zane! Oh, that's what I'm talking about. My tribe. This is what I'm talking about. My community, my people. Long time no see, my friend. How you doing? Did you see Caitlin? Did you see the Caitlin Elizabeth Clark? Did you see Zane? Did you see Caitlin Elizabeth Clark? Did you see her yet? Did you see her yesterday? You saw when she hit the long word for beyond her? Oh, that's crazy. We're going to talk about it later. Zane, listen, Zane, I'm coming back later. It's Monday. I already, you know what? Just for you, Zane. Zane, if you say yes, and you say you're going to join me later, Zane, I'm coming back later. I'm going to do a show today. Right after this, I'm going to do a show tonight about Caitlin Clark. Zane, is on you. If you put yes in the comments, Zane, I will come in tonight and we'll talk about the weekend because, Angel Reese had a game too against Brazil. Reese's Pieces talk a lot of noise. Saturday? And then when Sunday happened, oh yeah, I seen her. She said, I seen it. Reese's Pieces had a lot of noise. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm passionate about what I do, y'all. I'm emotional about what I do. Let me stay on topic, Zane, it's fantastic to see you. Fantastic. Zane, it's up to you. We're coming to talk about Caitlin. But Zane, you got to let everybody know I'm back. And we back talking about the WNBA. We're going to talk about the NBA, the end of the NBA season. Man, the beginning of the football season, the Shadur Sanders thing has been crazy. And if you guys are not a part of my Facebook page, go to my Facebook page because a lot of y'all been like, well, where you been? I've been concentrating on getting those numbers up on everywhere. Now we're doing the conglomerate of everything. Yeah, I'll join you. I think we okay, we can. All right, cool. Zay said thumbs up, we doing it. Thumbs up, we gonna do the Caitlin Clark tonight. What time? Eat dinner with my let's do it about 7-ish. 7:30. Let's say 7:30. We'll do it 7:30. 7:30 tonight, we're gonna do the Caitlin Clark, the WNBA weekend with the injuries. I got some things to say. I also saw Asia, I will tell you, I got some things to tell you. Just join me tonight. You don't want to miss that. 7:30, we're going to do the Caitlin Clark. What happened? Of course, we got to break it. We got to talk to the Reese's Pieces, too, will be here. The Reese's Pieces will be there. So tonight at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, 7:30, about 2 hours. We'll come back and do the Caitlin Clark thing. Zane is great. Great to see you and hear from you. We need a king. We can't recap. That's crazy. We definitely do. I don't know if y'all say y'all definitely do. All right, so let's get with it. So last but not least, I gotta go. All right, because I'm gonna be back at 7:30. God could take small beginnings. I'm a witness. He could take small beginnings and grow it to be something phenomenal. I'm a witness. I am definitely a witness on that. Oh, I definitely got some things to get off my chest. Listen, when you see me tonight, you definitely gonna hear some things. I got some things I want to talk about. I'm gonna talk about it tonight. Make sure y'all join me. You're gonna hear something. You're gonna be like, whoa. I didn't see that one coming. Okay, you have some things in. Last but not least, hate comes with success. Hate comes with success. And this is a big one. This is the one I really want to get to. You can't always clap back. But your biggest clap back a lot of times is leveling up. Right? Is leveling up. I had a lot of people about 2 weeks ago. This is something I wanted to talk to you guys about real quick, and then I'm out. About 2 weeks ago, I had people. I put up a post, and y'all gotta remember when I'm giving my principles and my point of view, I'm a Christian, like I'm a Bible man, right? So a lot of times when I'm talking about forgiveness and I'm talking about patience, love, long suffering, when I'm talking about those things, that's really coming from a biblical perspective, right? And a lot of times, especially now in this day and age, a lot of stuff that we're seeing is so divisive. I feel like it's people on both sides, especially in these states, because I know how I have, people that support me all over the world. But in the States, it's so divisive and it's so much racial tension right now that it's crazy. It's crazy. And I really feel like people are perpetuating the race war here in the States. And I think that'll be the thing. If anything was to destroy the States, who's that? The lady from CS, the lady from NBC that's talking about, hey, the thing is the lack of diversity. No, what would destroy the States is racism. It's racism. And it seems that it wants to be like a race war or a left versus right type war. You're talking about some states, some of the politicians was talking about divesting and different things like that. And I'm like, like everything is so divisive. And I've always been that person where, hey man, I want to hear what you have to say. Your perspective is super important. Even if I don't agree with it. I'm going to tell you I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? I would tell you like, nah, I ain't agreeing with how that's going now. I don't like it. But your perspective is important. Your opinion, I value it. Zane said they've been pushing division for a long time. A very long time. But I've never seen it like this before. I've never seen it like this. And the divisiveness has even come to the point where we don't even have a moral high ground of what's right and what's wrong. It's just that, hey, if you're on my side, it's automatically right. If you're on this side, it's automatically. If you black and this happened, it's automatically right. If it's white and this happened, it's automatically right. If you're a Mexican and this happened, it's automatically right. It's automatically right. If you're Chinese, if let me say Asian, it's automatically right. And that's the thing that I think is the one big thing that could really, really destroy our country. It's not respecting each other's differences and not understanding that we can learn from each other. But keeping a righteous standard. All right? That's how come I lose. Like sometimes I get a lot of right wingers come on my platform. And then because they think that I'm just this huge right guy. And I'm like, no, I'm an independent. I'm more moderate. I'm more centric. I'm an independent. I lean conservative, right? Because of my religious belief, right? But right and right is wrong and wrong. Even though I didn't always agree with the narrative of the Floyd situation, the George Floyd situation, I didn't always agree with it. I didn't always agree with the narrative. I saw some things like the fentanyl and all that stuff. There's a lot of things questioning it. But the one thing I like, for the most part, everybody felt like, hey, man, even with all that going on, everybody felt like, yo, him having his knee on that dude for that long, it was kind of ridiculous. Even if you disagree with it, even if you were right or left, at the end of the day, you was like, hey, man, him having that knee on that man's neck is crazy for that long amount of time. That was abusive. Right? Everybody pretty much agreed on that. How it was handled, the aftermath, no. You know what I'm saying? The aftermath, no. The riots, I was one of the first ones to be like, man, y'all need to sit down. Y'all hurting the situation. We in the right. I was telling my black people, we in the righteous. You know what they were saying? They was using racial epithets, which is crazy because I hate when cats use racial epithets against their own, because they be like, oh, you a coon. You submitting to your master. I be like, well, yo, you using racial epithets. You calling me a coon. You acting like the master. You know better. But you have to, hate is going to come with the success. And what I like is I like ideas. I like smart people. And a lot of dumb people have mics these days. You know, everybody has a camera, and I like hearing them. I be enjoying it. I be laughing, and I be kicking with them. But the more successful I get, the more hate I've experienced. Listen, the more successful you grow in this, if you can't take criticism, don't do this. Don't do social media. Don't get on the platform. Don't try to do content creation. Don't. If you can't take someone criticizing what you say or coming back and clapping back at what you saying, and you can't take it, this is not the field for you to jump in. Because it's coming. And in real talk, I was reading John Hope Brown's book. Real talk, any field that you can start developing success, hate's on the way. Hate's on the way. And what they want is, a lot of times, and what I had to learn, and this is what E told me last week, 2 weeks ago, I put up, we were talking about the, and I'm not going to talk about this. We was talking about, I told Ella, I said, I am not going live about, I want to go live. I got so much to say about that, but I ain't going to say, I'm going to hold my tongue. I didn't even say nothing. I didn't even give a side on whose side I was. We was talking about the kid that stabbed the kid in the heart with the knife on Facebook. Y'all got to add me on Facebook, facebook.com/King David Jordan. Facebook.com/King David Jordan. Follow me on Facebook, because you got a lot of stuff we deal with outside of sports and stuff on Facebook. We really be going at it, right? And the vitriol that I got, not even saying who was right or wrong, but just posting the clips and stuff like that, it was crazy. And I actually started seeing, they would take my posts, and people that I knew, that's when it really hurts. Right? People that I knew and I associated with, and it's gonna get me to a point that I'm gonna get to. The people that I knew and I was associated with, it was a lady and there's a guy. One is a coach, and this other lady I used to work with. She goes, makes this post, calls my name in the post, tab in the post and everything, and just goes off. And then I just start seeing people that I knew and people that I associated with it just going on, yeah, I don't like him, child. You know, he ain't this and that. He ain't, you know, just going off. And I'm like, yo, I didn't even say nothing. I didn't even get my point. I didn't even get my point. Then I had this other coach, this coach who's in the community that I've supported. This is the crazy thing. Let me say this. And I'm pulling way past. I said I was going to be off in 30 minutes. All right. Y'all get me every time. No, I'll get myself. All right, here it is. It was a coach, and they had started this little thing where they were training high school athletes and taking them around to college campuses, right? And the high school, one of the prominent high school coaches in the area kind of said something negative about the group. He said something negative about the group. But see, I know that these young men, especially these young black kids in certain influence in certain neighborhoods, they need that example to see that they can make it. To see that they can get out and make it. And if sports is a team to help you get out, I use sports. I got a full scholarship to play college football. If sports is something that you can use to get out of a situation that's negative, I'm all for using that. If education, I'm all for using education. If a trade, I'm all for using a trade. Whatever it is to propel you up, if it's doing content, I'm all for you doing content creation. But there was a coach, he was going through that, and I was one of the first ones. I never forget. It was a big video in the community. I made a video saying, hey, man, if you're a high school coach, you need to be getting behind these guys because they're training these guys in the offices and you can't touch them. They're doing something positive to try to have a positive influence on these young men that don't have father figures. Y'all need to get behind it and support it. Guess what? I got called in, but see, I ain't tell nobody this because it ain't everybody's business. But I got called about it by somebody, and at the time I was working at the school, and I did it in the school purposely. Got a little call about it. I did the video in the school. At the school that the coach was saying something negative. As soon as they got back to me, I made a video about it. Boom. But did it in the school. Got called about it. Needless to say, I no longer work there. It wasn't because of that, though. It wasn't because of that. I don't think. It may be. It may have been. You never know. The politics works in political ways. Might have been. But, some kind of way my program got cut after that video. But you know what? None of the Negroes cared about that. So we come talk about the kid in the sports situation that was at the sports field that stabs a kid and kills another kid. And I didn't say he was right or wrong or he was guilty or innocent. I just posted what was being said. And I just said, hey, man, I don't think you should have a weapon on school grounds at a sporting event. Oh, man, these same coaches. You don't like your people. You don't like black people. Just how soon do they forget, Antoine? How soon do they forget? John, how soon do they forget? So we sit up there, yes. And then another one just says it, and man, they start going off. Oh man, I can't stand them. And it's just a list of people, and I'm hurt. And I'm like, I was laying there, I showed her the E. I said, E, what did I say that was so wrong? And I was hurt for like 2 days. I didn't post. I really felt bad because I was hurt. I was sitting down the vitriol, and the guys probably was trolling a little bit. But then something happened where like one of the guys was like, yo, man, somebody gonna beat him up and blah, blah. I was like, hey, man, listen, bro. hey, I am a Christian man, but I ain't no punk in me. I'm a big dude. I'm a big guy. And we live in Georgia. We all got permits to carry. That's one thing I do like about the right. We all got rights to bear arms. You know what I'm saying? So hey, don't get it twisted. I preach peace and I go for peace first. You know what I'm saying? Some battles and wars, are best left unfight. Let the Lord fight your battle. Now, other times you need to bring out the heavy artillery. But I preach peace. But don't get that twisted. Ain't no punk in me. But I couldn't believe it. I was like, and I told my wife, I said, babe, when they was doing this, starting their program, their city program, and people were dissing it, I stepped up. Because they were right. Not because they were black, they were right. Then when the white organization did something and they stepped up, I spoke glowingly of them. Not because they were white, but they were right. It's not about blackness. It's about righteousness. It's not about whiteness. It's about righteousness. And it ain't even about righteousness of the. It's crazy because we're sitting here. Y'all done got me on them tangent. I ain't even want to go here. We're sitting up here and talk about the past stuff that happened 100 years ago, 200 years ago, or racism that happened recently. But if I sit there and say, hey man, I remember what you did in your past, man, you can't hold me to my past. I was younger then. I'm mature. I'm not the same person. But them white folks show the same person. Them black people show the same people. And I'll be like, but wait a minute. If you could change and mature, so can the white dude. If you could change and mature, so can the black guy. I was hurt. There was multiple people in my community that was trying to get at me. And this is what I'm saying. This is my testimony. Hate comes with success. You don't have to always clap back. Zane said it best. Success is the best clap back. And I prayed. I said, God, I said, listen, man. You know my heart. You know what I'm doing. He said, hey. I was like, man, I don't even think I want to do this no more. My wife's like, what are you talking about, King? You have a whole freaking community. Go talk to your community. I'm gonna give y'all a secret. Especially this is Facebook, especially Facebook. Give y'all a secret. On Facebook, right, with your numbers. And this I had to learn because I got a lot of friends that are people I know in my past and, grew up with and blah, 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 blah. But I get larger numbers. My numbers are larger when non-followers watch my content. When people that don't follow me, I'd rather. And then once I realized, I was like, I don't care if they don't follow me or not. You know what I'm saying? I could give 2 flips. I want them to be a part. But then when I start looking at my content and I start seeing the numbers and I start looking at the numbers, and that's the only reason you want to look at the numbers to see what you can do better. Especially starting out. Because if you just looking at the numbers and say, oh God, I'm comparing them to Mr. Beast, man. You crazy, dog. Mr. Beast been doing this for a while, and Mr. Beast hit that number. I'm comparing this to Marquise Brown. You crazy, dog. Marquise Brown been doing this for a while. And Marquise Brown has hit that number. Oh, my camera's going out. This is what y'all still can't hear me, so let's go back here. Hold on 1 second. Let's go back here. Want my camera on heats. That's the first time I've done that. But even then, you still have an opportunity. Right? You still have an opportunity to be able to continue to do great things. You still have opportunity to make great decisions. And what I found out is the more people, even inside or outside, the more people that were non-followers, every time I had a big video that did 30,000 on Facebook or did 50,000 or even if it's a video that I was reporting something, maybe the Shadir Sanders was big last weekend for us. When we were reporting something, the ones that got the most hits wasn't for people that were my friends. My last video that got 30,000. Let's see the percentage of. I want to see the percentage of. Okay, 90. They got my last video got 38,960 views. Right, 97% of those were non-followers, and off those non-followers, I got almost 40, which is really good. If you get 10% people following you from your videos, that's really good. Like a lot of people be like, hey man, I don't have a lot of followers, but I get a lot of views. That's okay. You want to get about 10% of your views. So if you get 40,000 views, you want about 40 people. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not a big, I ain't really worried about, you know what I'm saying? The followers will come. But the non-followers was holding me down. So I was like, why am I worried about these 2-3 people that's hating on me? You don't. You keep doing it. You keep putting out your success. You keep doing it and you keep putting out what you need to do to be successful. And that's what I had to learn. To talk to him. He kept saying it, King, go talk to your tribe. Why are you talking to them? A lot of them just haters. They can't get what you got. They don't have the numbers. I had to step out on faith. Guys, and when I'm closing, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I had to step out on faith. And I legitimately had to trust God. And then trusting him, no, he's been opening doors. Has it been easy? No. Now it's getting to the point where we want to continue to do content creation where it'll supply completely from our family. And we're in the overflow. There's been some times where we be like, dog, boy, I might need to go back and do this, that's this, that, and the other. And he's like, nah, I got you. And my lady will look at me like, but boy, you ain't went live. And when the last time you went live? Before she used to be like, I'm going live, man. All right. Now, when the last time? Because guess what, guys? Listen to me. Let me say this. I'm talking now. One of the least supported persons. I don't know why women feel like that. Maybe it's certain women. Maybe it's just mine. Mine came with a defect. But some of the most non-supportive people will be your women. I was talking to a brother. He does music. He was like, man, my wife never likes anything that I do. She don't share it. She don't do nothing. She don't like it until that check comes. He said, but guess what? She's a believer. Guys, don't worry about it. Success, like Zane said. Put Zane's stuff back on the screen before we dip out. Put Zane back on the screen. Turn the camera on. Like Zane said, success is the best clapback. Success is the best clapback. And without a doubt, she's telling the truth. You gonna be great. Let them hate. Let me say it again. You gonna be great. You let them hate. You gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we're celebrating. We're having a great time. Give me another drink. Let me drink another one. Take a little sip. Yeah, don't drink. I'm not drinking. Take a little sip. Cheers, celebration, salute. We'll see you guys at 7:30. Caitlin's back. Oh, we're gonna talk about Caitlin. Y'all gotta go get V.I. Go get V.I. Go get Steve. Go get Tim. We gotta talk about Caitlin and Angel. And Asia, who has a new Batman too. What do I think about this upcoming WNBA season? 7:30. Listen, go for your dreams. Always go for your goals. That's been our thing. Always. I got wipe about. Always go for my goals. Always go for your goals. Oh, there you go. Always go for the goals. Never give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Have fun with life. Enjoy life. Time is at a premium. Enjoy your life. Go for your goals. Every day, go for your goals. You know why? Because success. That 1 million is coming, baby. I speak that on you too. You get that 1 million coming up too. Well, then we going for 10 million. Then we going for $1 billion. We're just going to stay faithful. See you at 7:30. It's your boy, King Joe. Holla at you soon. Peace. Woo, I got a lot to talk about that, Caitlin. Y'all not going to believe what I'm saying about Indiana. That Indiana thing going to be crazy. Never give up for sure. Never give up. John, never give up. Shout out to my brother, Jonathan. That's my co-producer right there. That's my executive producer, Justin. He said that make sure I stay on point. Never give up for sure. It's a